Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
I think that ball carrier, his eyes were like saucers on that one. He knew he was running that thing right into the teeth of it, and boy, he paid the price.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job, nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Coming after it. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Finds his man. It's Durham. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. And he's brought down after a huge completion. LSU right back to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. They'll line up for a second down play. Off play action. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got great speed. Touchdown, South Carolina! The special teams with a special moment. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pulls it in. It's Durham. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Getting some heat. Pulls it in. It's Lacey. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Feeling some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
LSU, 0.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Over do you find a hole in that secondary? And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They try to pop a run on the draw. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Looking for a block, it's McDowell. Strikes the blow. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. Grab near the marker, it's Bennett. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity.
Got a lot of running room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. Delivers the contact. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll try to do it himself. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Floating away. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Bully ball on third and short. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 for nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting...
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's McDowell. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Now sliding to his left. Still on his feet at the 45. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Looking for a big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
57, LSU, 0.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
LSU Tigers will take over.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Makes a grab and he's dragged down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you could tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him, and not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Just trucks through it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sideline, it's Simon. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punt.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Here they come on 2nd and 3 from the 20. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions, but you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
This is so what Jesse Palmer did. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Finds his man down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. He got it. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance, you're not going to get the first down. I think you just keep your points. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more.
42 Spider.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
He wants it all. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
66, LSU 3.
He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Got his man downfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. They'll try to add another to... Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Bringing it back, it's McDowell. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to run it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives you...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. He wants the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter.
He's got it on the right, and he breaks into the open. He's at the 20. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get one.
Running toward the tape. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another 1st down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
South Carolina.
One more play to pad the stats. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Headed to the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And I think some people don't like that. They think it's piling on. But listen, the offense is running the football. They're not throwing it all over the yard. Your job to stop it, even though we might have some fun handshakes at the end of this one.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.